Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
And action.
I think we can all agree that this was not
planned. We didn't get together and say, hey, let's start a music venue and let's write a business plan.
I mean, it started with Thursday night jams. We just had a lot of musician friends, and we would say, come out on Thursday night. You know, we can sell beer. We'll sell some beer. We'll have some fun, and that kind of grew. And we decided, well, let's do that 5 nights a week. Here we are.
I've had this space, and actually behind the jam. So it's been a combination of a business, a storefront, and living for me, a living situation. And I've had that since 2007. So I've had this space. At first it was just the one side, then we knocked down that wall, and then it was this side, and then when we did the jam just in March, we knocked down this other wall. So for me, I've had different ideas and ventures that I've tried to do here, and then when I was ready to just give up on the space because it was too much, then these two guys came in and said, well, how about, you already have something going, a beer and wine license and the space and possibility for that, and an open and the backyard, which is really nice. And so I just said, all right, let's see where music could take us.
We got to we did a festival, Harvest Fest, with Yonder Mountain String Band and like String Cheese Incident, and out at Horning's Hideout. And everyone was telling us to come to Gainesville, so they booked us a tour in Florida so we could play in Gainesville, and they booked us at the Jam. And it's for being a touring band coming into a city for the first time, it's very hard to find a good venue for the first time coming in. And I came in with open arms, hey man, let's do it, So I'm very appreciative about that, because it's hard being on the road and going into a new market where no one knows you. Hoping people show up, and they promote it, they've told their friends, they got us on an interview with Groove Shop. I mean, it's awesome. I'm real stoked about it.
Gainesville kind of just has like very, what I feel like I don't want to say like corporate or like mainstream bars or anything, but it's like very like structured areas for people to go and enjoy themselves, whatever. But we offer like a different kind of environment. Like I almost feel like we're a house that we're having a party at every night, and people just come and have a good time here, and it's awesome.
A couple years ago, we started having shows here. I help represent a band, Morning Fatty, here in town. I've played music in town myself. I've got a lot of friends who work and help put on the shows here, and so in conjunction with loving Gainesville for the arts and the music that come through, I've really enjoyed the fact that we now have a live music home. I heard the word homely thrown around earlier. That we can come to embrace, have a good time with music, but at the same time have other venues and outlets with art. And it's not just a music hall. It provides more than that. It's its own new social scene, I guess you could call it, throughout Gainesville. So it brought me to the Jam. I think what brings everybody to the Jam, the sweet sign on the front. But besides that, it would probably just be the fact that people are in the know-how, and the news is getting out that there is this place where live bands and artists and dance classes and drum circles and all sorts of cool things come through, and everybody can be a part of it when they come through.
The hardest thing about hospitality, I think, is that you can never really take a break from it, because it just requires constant attention. No matter how much you think you've worked the previous day, the very next day you've got just as much work to do.
There's something else on the list you missed. or you got to do.
Always.
And that's what's harder about being a business owner or being in the situation we're in versus I just wake up and I know I got to go flip burgers or I got to go build something, or I was a carpenter so I got to go to a job and hang a door. It's easy. I know how to hang a door. You hang the door, you're done. But here you have to figure out what's going to work, what's going to get people in the door, and it changes all the time. The backyard is getting improved because we want to become a better private party space. Also, we're going to bring in some food, probably some taco stand or something like that. Traditionally, we have just sold alcohol, beer and wine, and we've tried to put on good music, and that's been our income. We need to expand that a little bit. When we expanded the venue, our overhead increased because we were renting 2 places rather than 1. And because of that, we're working to find other avenue streams of cash. So one of them is private parties, and the other is food. And that's pretty much our strategy at the moment. So for me, the biggest reward is the love from other people, the community, the tribe that we've built. That's where it's at for me. It's 100%. It's the people.
Because it is really a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time that you put into the space, and what keeps you going is to have people enjoy the place.